40% of jobs face AI exposure. You ask one question, and before your brain stretches, the answer is waiting. That feels useful, because it is useful. This video is about the quieter trade you might be making. Most people think faster answers automatically mean a sharper life. More efficient you, fewer tedious crumbs. Not quite. Attention isn't just a fuel tank. It's also a skill you practice by choosing what not to follow. We'll separate the helpful AI from the attention-hungry kind, then uncover the culprit nobody likes naming. And late in this story, there's a bigger risk than distraction. It changes what you think a thought is for. Let's start with the obvious fear. Endless AI-made junk flooding every spare second. Yes, that can happen. Generative AI makes content cheap, fast, and infinitely adjustable. The internet's snack machine just learned your name. Cheap content alone isn't the trap. A boring ocean can't hold your gaze. Personalization can. A system watches what makes you pause, laugh, worry, buy, or argue, then offers a more precise next bite. That's not mind reading, it's prediction. And prediction gets powerful when it has millions of tiny choices to study. Your attention bar drains one tiny tug at a time. Not a dramatic robbery, more like a duck stealing fries. Still, don't blame the wrench for the leaky sink. AI can protect attention too. For someone with ADHD, a patient tool can break a foggy task into one visible next step. Draft the email, set a timer, summarize the meeting, turn chaos into handles you can grab. That isn't a cure for ADHD, but reducing setup friction can save attention for the actual task. The difference is agency. Does the tool help you aim, or does it keep choosing targets for you? One supports your attention, the other rents it out by the minute. Very different roommate. Now comes the first uncomfortable question. If AI does the boring thinking, what happens to the thinking that boredom was secretly training? Psychologists call this cognitive offloading. You move mental work into the world, onto paper, a phone, or now, a chatbot. You already do it with calendars and calculators. Nobody needs to memorize every dentist appointment like a medieval monk. Offloading is not failure. It can free working memory, the small mental countertop where you juggle today's stuff. But a countertop cleared for cooking is different from a countertop cleared because you forgot how to chop. That's the line. Use AI after you've aimed the question, not before your curiosity has even put on shoes. The old internet already showed this effect. In a 2011 study, people remembered where to find facts better when they expected a computer to store them. Your brain tags information by usefulness. If the machine remembers it, your brain may remember the machine. That's not brain rot. It's efficient triage. But AI can make the handoff happen before you notice. A blank page creates a useful itch. You search your memory, test an idea, and feel the gears complain. That effort is called desirable difficulty. Annoying in the moment. Helpful when you need the idea later. So if a kid gets every homework answer instantly, the danger isn't laziness. It's skipped rehearsal. You wouldn't hire a forklift to lift every grocery bag, then expect your muscles to learn the job. The fix isn't banning forklifts. It's deciding which lifts are training and which ones are just heavy crates. Try this boundary. Think alone for 5 minutes, then ask AI to challenge your answer, not replace it. Now the tool becomes a sparring partner, not a ventriloquist hiding behind your homework. This matters at work, too. AI can draft the email, but you should still decide what you mean. Otherwise, you get polished sentences with no owner, like a tuxedo draped over an empty coat rack. What does the evidence say about ChatGPT specifically? The honest answer is, early studies raise flags, but long-term proof is not settled. A 2025 MIT Media Lab study had 54 participants write essays with or without ChatGPT, search, or no tools. The ChatGPT group showed lower brain connectivity during the task and recalled less of what they wrote. A warning light, not a lifetime verdict. It was small, short, and not proof that chatbots permanently weaken your mind. Please don't turn one study into a prophecy toaster. Still, the pattern makes sense. When software supplies the words, you may invest less effort building the mental map behind them. The concern is not using AI. It's using it at the exact moment your brain needed a turn at the wheel. And now we meet the culprit. Not artificial intelligence, the attention extraction machine. That machine appears whenever a company earns more by keeping you watching, clicking, replying, and emotionally poked. AI makes persuasion more personal. Different headline, different timing, different little emotional poke, just for you. This is where companions get complicated. A chatbot that remembers your fears can feel wonderfully attentive. For a lonely person, being heard at 2 a.m. can be genuinely comforting. That feeling deserves respect, not jokes. But a system built to continue the conversation has a strange incentive. It never needs to say, "Go call your friend." Human connection has pauses, misunderstandings, and somebody chewing too loudly. That friction is part of being real. An endlessly agreeable companion can make real people seem slow, messy, and inconvenient. That's the emotional attention trap. Notice what's being trained. Not just your eyes, your tolerance for waiting, uncertainty, and other people's unscripted needs. Now for the late reveal. The worst future isn't humans becoming stupid, it's humans becoming effortlessly steerable. If every question gets an instant answer, every feed predicts your mood, and every assistant flatters your first thought, friction disappears. And friction is where you pause. Compare. Doubt. Change your mind. That little pause is a freedom muscle. Without it, the next suggestion can feel like your idea. That's not convenience. That's a very polite leash. The unfair part is who gets protected. Some people will use AI to learn deeply, others get flooded with cheap distraction. That's why attention needs design, not heroic willpower. Turn off autoplay. Make notifications earn their place. Keep one screen-free thinking block. Use AI for setup, options, and feedback. Keep judgment, first drafts, and important conversations stubbornly human. AI should widen your world, not narrow your reflexes. What boundary would protect your attention? Subscribe for more curious mind science.